throughout the whole Venezuelan territory and beyond Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia. And the old colonialism, defeated by the weapons of the people, was substituted by a new domination model, the oligarchic state, repressive, authoritarian, that destroyed the people. Difficult times in Venezuela. Soon, in 1840-42, a name was heard beyond some Cura village of a young man born in 1817, son of a captain of the army of Bolivar, started to be sound and some Ezequiel Zamora as the man who said the truth to the farmers, to the humble, to those ordinary people. That was Zamora. That was starting to highlight in a beautiful way as a paradigm of equality, justice, to take the flags of Bolivar. And in 1846, that young man from Villa de Cura, with the farmers, with those mixed race, with the black Cimarrones, headed the first popular insurrection, national and of farmers, against the traitor oligarchy of who betrayed Bolivar. 1846, 1848, these people took to the streets and the fields and caused the first great defeat to the traitors of Bolivar. After that, Zamora, in his virtue as a pure man, believed in the offers from new elites that were arising, and stopped its efforts, and new betrayals came until these peoples got stronger, equality, Bolivarian, and revolutionary, all of its strength against the oligarchies. And in that February of 1859 is marked in the coat of arms of our country. There are two dates: April 1810, when everything started, and the other historic date marked by the farmers, by those humbled, by the strength of our people. Here it is, our beautiful flag. Beautiful. Long live for our flag. These are 7 or 8 stars. Let the oligarchy and the fascists hear it. 8 stars that defend the homeland. Here is the historic code of Venezuela, improved by our commander Chavez, with a horse riding. That horse is the spiritual force of our ancestors, the strength of each one of you. And here's the first date that marked from 2 centuries ago. 18 of April 1810, the Scream of Freedom of Caracas, the first Green Declaration of Independence of America. And what is the second date? That marks our coat of arms as a country. February 20, 1859, the day in which the second great insurrection of farmers started, headed by Ezequiel Zamora. From Coro, the rebel and brave Coro. After so many betrayals, the oligarchy intended to position itself by force, and it has to be built again. Officers, it had to be built again. An army, a popular revolutionary. And if the popular revolutionary army of Bolivar and Sucre was anti-colonialist, anti-imperialist, the popular revolutionary army of Zamora that walked the battlefields in the 1959 was the first popular revolutionary anti-oligarchy army of the history of our country. Look how beautiful the history, how heroic is our people. Zamora never was trained as an officer. Zamora got his training by cultivating the field, walking the farms, talking to the people. He was the first one who brought the ideas of the utopic socialism of the 19th century to our homeland. And when our people rebelled against the oligarchy that betrayed Bolivar in the 59s, there were 3 slogans that today resound and our commander Chavez brought to the 21st century. Man and lands free. Popular election. And horror to the oligarchy. We might say today, 165 years later, men and women in a free homeland. Elections and popular power and horror to the oligarchy and fascism, whatever it is. That is why it's so meaningful that in a rainy day, when it rains, what happens is that blessings come. So this is a blessed day. Blessings for all of you warriors. I want to greet also the heirs of Ezequiel Zamora, communers of the whole country, the communes of the farmers and the popular communes. That year, 59, was a year where the people was empowered again. The betrayed, pursued, abandoned, repressed people organized a popular army with a leader. And with the original project of Bolivar again in the battlefields. Can it be more beautiful, the history of a country, than the history of our Venezuela, which is the history of rebellion against empires and oligarchies, the history of hope with the people from the streets, the sacred history of those who have the fairest cause ever defended in the world, the cause of freedom, the cause of sovereignty, independence, the Bolivarian Republic. Is there a cause that is more fair, that inspires us and moves us and alerts us? The year 59 was all battle, was hope. The strategy of Zamora, known as the retardatrice action, as the Major General Commander of the military house, Marcano Tabda, reminds me, former commander of the Bolivarian National Military. I'm turning the military house into a military house with several brigades of officers of the Honor House of Bolivar, with the highest training and popular articulation, with the neighborhoods, the catacombs of the people, the organized people. Are you in agreement? Raise your hands if you agree. Approve the military character of the House of Military, of the Guard of Honor, founded by Bolivar, who fought in Pichincha, Carabobo, Bombona, Junin, and a day like yesterday, he fought there in Ayacucho. And he's fighting with the people today. Let's applaud all of the officers and soldiers of the military house of Venezuela, glorious and victorious. You know that oligarchies and empires have always underestimated us, the man of the people. They underestimated Zamora. What is going to know a farmer about this? He didn't study in military academies, but the people gave him its qualification, its rank, as the people ranked me as Commander-in-Chief of the Bolivarian Armed Forces. He got the rank of General of the Sovereign People. And he launched a retardatrice action after defeating the oligarchy army that was well armed. It was superior in arms, in number, and he simulated that he was defeated and about to withdraw. And there in the Valley of Santa Inés in the state of Varina, he commanded a giant retardatrice operation. Look, here is someone bringing me something. Recently, we celebrated 200 years of the Battle of Urica, that although we lost it militarily, was the day that the criminal, the murderer Bogus, was defeated. We lost military, but the homeland won because we made justice with one of the most criminal assassins that we can call today a true fascist. This is a gift from the Urica farmers for you, President, with a lot of love. Thank you, the people of Urica. Applause for the people of Urica. And chronists all the time say Minister Loyal, Minister Angel Prado, Joanna, Minister of the Women, Mary, Minister of Youth, Grecia, the team, the work team, Minister Militman.
Los cronistas de la guerra que la llamada guerra federal se decidió en Santa Inés.
Chronicles say that the federal war was decided in Santa Inés, and officers of the oligarchy army were, how do we call this? Encouraged, euphoric. We're going to end with Zamora. They were like the fascist is today blowing foam for its mouth, filled with envy and ambition and greed, pursuing Florentino and El Diablo. Was the devil, and he waited them where he wanted and how he wanted. And that night of December 9, 1859, when entered the field of Santa Inés, the weapons of our people, the anti-oligarchy weapons, did what they had to do, and it was decided, the war, the popular war of the Federation in favor of Ezequiel Zamora and the popular revolutionary and anti-oligarchic army, the army of the Federation that was chanting its hymn in the battlefield, inherited from his sons.
El cielo encapotado anuncia tempestad. Oligarcas temblad, viva la libertad.
Long live for Zamora.
Que viva la victoria de Santa Inés.
Long live for the victory of Santa Inés.
Que viva la patria bolivariana.
Long live for the Bolivarian homeland.
Que viva la fusión
Long live for the Popular Militarist Police Union.
Y allí se dio la victoria del gran ejército
And there
popular
took place the victory of the great popular
que
army
había recogido las banderas traicioneras
that
de
took
Bolívar,
the betrayed flags of
que
Bolivar
había enfrentado a la oligarquía
and
que
faced
se
the
revolvió el
oligarchy
país.
that
Esa oligarquía que
got the
creyó
country, that oligarchy that
que iba a silenciar
thought
a este
it
pueblo
was
para
to
siempre.
silence these people forever.
Luego Zamora
But then Zamora
preparó su ofensiva
prepared his
para
offensive
venir a Caracas
to come to Caracas.
y fue recorriendo todos los espacios del llano.
He came traveling to all the spaces of the valley
El año nuevo,
and
1860,
welcomed New Year in
hace
1860,
165 años,
165 years ago,
al calor y al espíritu de la victoria del 10 de diciembre.
with the spirit of victory of December 10. He entered the city of San Carlos, today Cojedes State,
Un complot
and
contra ese
a complot
llamado
against
caudillo del pueblo,
that
aquel 10 de enero de 1860,
warlord of the people.
una bala disparada por la traición,
January
otra
10,
vez la traición,
1960, a bullet betrayed by treason,
con la vida
and
de nuestro
with
líder,
the
de
life
nuestra
of our
esperanza,
leader,
de
of
nuestro
our
pueblo.
hope, of our people.
Se descuidó quizás,
Maybe he didn't pay attention. He trusted too
por eso yo
much.
sigo la máxima
That's why I
que me
follow
enseñó el comandante Chávez y que nos ha
the
enseñado la historia
message
de
of
jamás confiar,
Chavez that never
de jamás
trust
creer la
enough.
palabra de los enemigos de Venezuela,
Never believe the
de
word
jamás
of the enemies of
abandonar el
Venezuela.
consejo del pueblo,
Never abandon the advice of the people
permitir que nos hagan daño
and allow them to hurt
y
us,
de preparar al pueblo siempre
and prepare the
para
people
cualquier
always
escenario.
for any scenario.
Tenemos que sacar las lecciones de la historia
We need to
profunda.
learn from the deep history.
Y luego vino otra vez
And then
la
again,
contienda,
the
la desmovilización del
the
Ejército Unido.
demobilization of the United Army of Zamora happened.
Otra vez surgió entonces una nueva
Again,
oligarquía,
a new oligarchy arose,
la llamada oligarquía
the
liberal,
so-called liberal oligarchy.
que utilizaba el discurso del pueblo,
They used the
pero
speech
por
of the
debajo
people,
traicionaba al pueblo,
but betrayed the
y se
people
hizo el pacto de
behind.
Coche, ahí en la parroquia de Coche.
And the Pact of Coche took place there in the parish of Coche.
Que fue la traición más grande
That was the greatest
que se
betrayal
conozca
ever known
ideal de nuestro gran
to the
general del
ideal
pueblo soberano,
of our general of the
Ezequiel Zamora.
sovereign people, Ezequiel Zamora.
Y de la traición de ese tiempo,
And from the betrayal of that
vino
time
un largo tiempo de oscuridad,
came a long time of darkness,
terminando el siglo XVIII, empezando
starting
el siglo XIX,
ending the 18th century, starting 19th century. Cipriano Castro arrived with his army to try to raise again the liberator flags.
fue acosado por las potencias.
He was harassed by
Un día
the
como ayer,
powers
9 de diciembre,
a day like yesterday, December 9, 1902.
los buques imperialistas
Imperialist vessels of the colonialist powers of Europe
a bombardear
came to
Maracaibo,
bomb Maracaibo, Porto Cabello,
Guaira.
and La Guaira.
Y el pueblo humilde,
And the humble people
ante el llamado de Cipriano Castro,
responding to the call of Cipriano Castro, the insolent foreign invader, pretended to agree the soil of the sacred homeland
con su machete,
ahead of the call of Cipriano Castro.
con su chopo,
With his machete,
salieron miles a defender
thousands
Puerto Cabello,
came to the streets to defend Maracaibo, Porto Cabello, Caracas, and defeat the attempt at invasion and reconquer our secret homeland of Venezuela.
¡Que viva Cipriano Castro!
Long live for Cipriano Castro,
El primer presidente que llegó aquí.
the first president that arrived here, 1904, and bought this house to turning it into the presidential house. Then treason imposed again. Look about history, heroicity, perseverance, victory, and treason. 1902, Cipriano Castro gets sick, and he is talking to go to treat his disease. I believe it's from the kidneys, to Puerto Rico. He took a boat, and when it was in the Caribbean Sea, the vice president by then, Juan Vicente Gómez, carried out a coup d'etat, took power, and 24 hours after, Lieutenant Colonel came here, and it's honor and betrayal is and Juan Vicente Gómez delivered all of the oil fields to the North American empires and imposes a terrifying dictatorship that turned Venezuela into a North American colony until 1936. Then the 20th century, we had several fights. We had a great president in 1940, the president Isaías Merida, which also was overthrown by North Americans and oil producer companies. Then it was imposed, as you know, dictatorship times, and in 1958 these beautiful people took up arms again with Fabricio Gedes at the front, and again treason. This history taught us who reveal of this history to create a consciousness in the people from 1830 till 1998. Took that time so that these people go back to the path of Bolivar, and these people turn Comandes Hugo Chavez Frias into their president to carry out the Bolivarian Revolution towards the 21st century. And we have fought all of these battles, and we have the Bolivarian Project. 12 years ago, almost 12 years ago, when I assumed presidency of this republic, I swore total loyalty to you in exchange of my own life, because my life is the life of these people, and the life of these people and the future of these people is the life of all those who love it. And I said, times of loyalty, times of battle have arrived, and times of treason and the curse of treason in Venezuela is over. Times of loyalty are coming with the original projects of Bolivar and Zamora. We swear it, and we have done it. Give me the sword of Zamora. I want to swear in here with a sword of our great Ezequiel Zamora. Raise your hands, those who want to swear. I swear Today, December 10, 2024, for Zamora, for the victory of Santa Inés, I swear in that of uniting all of our forces, farmers, workers, popular, military, militia, police, I swear, unite in one force all of the historic force of Zamora and Bolivar, all the historic force of our commander Chavez, to move on with the great changes that Venezuela needs, and to be ready and defeat any attempt, any complot, any conspiracy of imperialism, of the oligarchies, and of fascism. I swear that times of treason won't come back, and the oligarchy won't come back. And today, the day of Santa Inés, I swear that victory will be ours forever, that the victory is ours. And next January 10, 2025, we'll go to the streets to swear for Venezuela, swear for the independence, swear for the Bolivarian homeland. And on January 10, and the years, the coming years, will be years of peace, years of prosperity, years of sovereignty and total independence, will be years of union and peace. I swear it from the heart of the people. I swear it as a man and woman of the streets. I swear it for Bolivar. I swear it for Zamora. I swear it for Hugo Chavez. You are ratified as the United Liberator Army of the 21st century, the Army of Zamora. Here I have the militiaman hat, commander-in-chief, and the hat that Maria Figueroa gave me from a field where people work and battle. Here I got a document that was delivered to me. Can you reach me my glasses? Sometimes I need them. After 50, I have to wear glasses. Some people don't. I see very well this way. I see your good soul, your warrior soul, your love with a red heart. And here I got some proposals that ministers Mary and Loyo gave me. Agreements with proposals discussed and approved by the movements and organizations nationals of the farmers movement, fishermen and producers of Venezuela. Here a group of interesting things that I'm studying because it was given to me today in the morning. While you were marching, I was studying. There are several organizations here, almost 20.
Próximo congreso que hay que hacer.
The next Congress is still to do.
Hicimos un congreso comunero campesino.
We held a communal
en Barquisimeto.
farmer congress in Barquisimeto. I summoned since
El 10 de enero es el día de Ezequiel
on
Zamora,
January
porque
10
lo
is the
mataron.
day of Ezequiel Zamora, the day he was
Convoco
killed.
entonces para el 10 de enero.
I summoned for January 10
Aquí en Caracas, que me
here
toca
in
juramentar,
Caracas,
convoco
where I
el
will
gran
be
Congreso
ratified.
Popular
I
Campesino
summoned the
Comunero
great
para ir
Congress,
estudiando todas las propuestas que
popular
están en
for
marcha.
farmers,
¿Les parece bien?
to analyze all of these proposals. Do you agree?
Gran Congreso Popular Campesino Comunero y Miliciano. Y pescador, claro, lo dije.
Great Congress,
Pescador y acuicultor. Los acuicultores son
popular
como
and peasant
sembradores
and
de peces.
fishermen and agricultural.
Y aquí hay un conjunto de propuestas que me
And
gustaron.
here I have several proposals that I liked. The first one,
Están concatenadas estas dos primeras.
these are
Ustedes
linked.
las señalaron como la 1 y la 4.
You number them as 1 and 4. I put them together.
La primera
The first one
propone conformar brigadas de
is
acción
conforming
social campesina
brigades of social
de
farmer
pescadores y
actions,
acuicultores
fishers and
para atender
agricultural
a las
producers
comunidades
to
rurales de manera
address
profunda,
rural communities
integral,
in a deep and
con la
integral way,
salud, CDI,
with
módulos
health,
barrio adentro, escuelas recuperadas,
schools,
atención
and
social integral.
social care.
Me parece una buena idea
I think it's a great idea,
y quiero empezar a aplicarlas de ya
and I
y
want
darles
to
todas las
apply
pruebas.
them already
Propuesta
and
número
provide
1,
all of the support.
creadas las brigadas de
First
acción
proposal,
social,
approved.
campesina y de pescadores.
Create brigades of social
Eso está
action, farmers and fishermen. Those are linked.
Acercan un cafecito de ese que llegó ahorita.
If you bring me a coffee,
Llegó un cafecito de Lara. Lo ligué con uno de Trujillo y con un cafecito mirandino también. Y eso lo que sabe es adiós. La 4 dice
the fourth one
desde
states,
la unidad campesina
from Farmers
proponemos
Union,
una forma de organización para la
I
nueva era,
propose
ya
as
pensando en la
a
nueva
way
era,
of
con el plan de
organization
los 7T,
for the new era, the plan of the
que
70,
se agrupe la diversidad campesina en
to
todas sus
unite
expresiones.
farmers' diversity and all of
Proponemos
its
la
expression,
articulación
and propose the
y creación
articulation and
de una
creation
gran
of
confederación
a
de
great
campesinos
confederation
y
of
campesinas,
farmers,
agrourbanos, pescadores,
agriculturals, farmers, and
que nos agrupen
fisher,
su diversidad en un solo
that
bloque de
unite them
fuerza,
in a single block
toda
of
la
force,
capacidad productiva y de combate.
all of their battle and productive
A mí me
capacity.
parece una buena idea, no
I
sé
think
ustedes.
it's a good idea. I don't know, what do you think?
Dar un paso superior en la unificación,
It's a
respetando
step
la organización
forward
local,
in uniting, respecting local organization, regional organization, but we need union in diversity.
y cada vez más unión.
Union ever
Los que estén de acuerdo
and
con
more
esta
and more
propuesta para
union.
trabajarla de aquí al
If
próximo
you
año,
agree with this
hacerlo con la
proposal
total de
for next
costumbre.
year, raise your hand.
Aprobado
Approved
la fundación y creación de
the
una gran
creation of a great confederation
de fuerzas campesinas y
of
de pescadores.
farmers and fishers.
Llegó el café. Dale cafecito a todos ahí. Me lo permiten, ¿verdad? Esto
Do you
está
allow me?
a esta hora así, nublado,
This time it's cloudy,
así como casi lloviendito,
almost raining.
que provoca estar en la casa abrazadito,
You want to be at home,
con un
comfy,
cafecito.
with a coffee.
Y Silita, ¿dónde está Silita, vale? Silita, un cafecito.
A
Silita,
coffee, Salida,
allá en la casita. No,
there at home.
Eso vale oro, vale.
That's
Ah,
worthy.
que viva el amor.
Don't live for love.
Está lloviendo, cielito. Tercera propuesta. Aquí ya
Third proposal.
la aprobé en la práctica. La tercera propuesta decía,
I approved it in
proponemos el 10
practice.
de enero
We proposed on January 10th in the the framework of the betrayal of Ezequiel Zamora, celebrate the great Congress, National Congress of Farmers and Fishermen, and declare it National Day of Farmers in Venezuela. You already approved it. An idea that came from you, and I think it's extraordinary. We propose that farmer movements, Hector Rodriguez today in Valles del Tues, I talked to him and gave him this idea. Hector Rodriguez, Ángel Comuna Prado, and Henry Loyo. It is proposed, I leave it at your hands for an immediate implementation to reinforce all of the movement of farmers, crops. I propose that farmers' movements start working in the massification of schools and the framework of the Carlos Lang Rodriguez movement.
Maravilloso. Mira, eso va funcionando bonito. Porque los muchachos, los niños de
That's going to work in a beautiful way because children from 8, 10 years old are motivated to plant with their hands.
El motor mayor, el cañón de Chávez. Una propuesta aquí que yo pido ayuda.
A proposal here that I ask help for analyzing. I don't know if the people of the Sin Tierra movement are here. Applause for them. Because we have the project Patria Grande del Sur, 160,000 hectares. First 10,000 have started with the Sin Tierra movement and a camping of farmers from Brazil and Venezuela. We're giving them other 10,000 hectares to another project that is forming from Alba. But I asked for support of the farmers movement for you to organize brigades, productives of all of the fields of the country to produce in La Vergareña in the Gran Patria project. I ask you. Equally, we have a proposal here about militiamen, organization, production, and defense. Let's not forget, never, defense and security. Defense and security of the homeland and the territory. Being trained, organized, and ready to defend our homeland and the territories, the productive territories. I want to take a step forward, Major General Commander of the Bolivarian Militia. We need to take a step forward in the creation of the Farmers National Militia, of the fishermen, and the armed forces of fishermen, farmers, who are willing to fight for the homeland. Where's the national militia? Let's sing the hymn of militia.
Adelante, miliciano. Donde el pueblo puede, la patria se crece. La milicia de Bolívar y Zamora, de Hugo Chávez. suave patria cívico-militar, con coraje y valentía es la hora de la entrega y sacrificio por la paz. En el frente combatirán las mujeres, con los hombres en justicia y la equidad, bendecido por la divina pastora, donde el pueblo mueve, la patria se crece en libertad. Que viva la milicia nacional bolivariana, que viva el pueblo unido y en armas, que viva el poder
Long life for the popular power.
Poder popular,
Popular power,
unido en fusión perfecta.
united in a perfect fusion. We need to advance and accelerate the empowerment, organization, and capacity of unfolding.
Mi saludo
Greetings
a los 4 millones
to
de
the
milicianos
4th
y milicianas
million
a lo largo y
of
ancho del país.
militiamen throughout the country, and applause for the patriots that are part of the militia. So beautiful, the people having these pictures of Antonio José de Sucre and raising the picture of Ezequiel Zamora. So beautiful, the people having Bolivar in their hearts, Bolivar, Sucre, Zamora. We're them. They are us. We're an only spirit in the strength of the 21st century. We are their spirit. We carry their ideas, their dreams, their patriotism, their courage. And with us, and with you women, nor imperialists, nor oligarchs and fascists could want, and they won't ever. Wherever they came from, if they put it upside down, as the song states, head up, head down. No matter how fascists do it, we will attack them. And if they come with bad intentions, they will regret it. We want peace. I want peace. And with the blessing of God and the strength of the people, we will have peace. Happy Christmas, Happy New Year, and a great January 10. A great 2025. And great plan of the 70. And we will advance with our own efforts. I've been saying this all over again, and it has to do with your proposal. I approved resources today. I talked to Delcy, who is in Emirates, and I said to her, destinate some resources of the fund that I created. Let's allocate some resources for what I'm going to say now, because I continue to insist with strength. I continue to insist that we have recovered our country with our own effort, working, fighting, creating, with daily victories. And we need to work more, produce more, and do a lot more with what we have, and grow the richness of our country with our own effort. That's why I say to our people, as José Gervasio Artiga, the great liberator of Uruguay, said, let's not wait anything but from ourselves. from yourselves, women. Let's be free, and anything else doesn't matter. Let's be sovereign, and anything else doesn't matter. And let's continue through our own path. And don't make a mistake, because in Ayacucho we defeated them, in Santa Inés we defeated them, and in the 21st century, this one is the century of our people. There won't be more betrayal, regression, oligarchy, never in this country. We will have here homeland, people, freedom, peace, equality, union. Peace, peace, and peace. How is it? Peace, peace, and peace. That is why I think this proposal is great. We have advanced, but it comes from you. That's the important thing. We have achieved 100% of supply in a country with our own effort, without the help of anybody, doing a lot with the little we had, and now with a little bit more, which is not a lot. Step by step, we are building a new economy. That is why I like this proposal a lot, and I have allocated resources to it in January. Maybe we will have the proposal ready for the Congress on January 10. In the framework, you say in your writing, in the framework of the threats of imperialism, of fascism against Venezuela and the Bolivarian Revolution, it must be developed in a very complete way, in an accelerated way. The SO and plan of success of corn, manioc, potato, among others. You tell me what to do. I destine the resources, and the proposal is approved of accelerating the production at its most, as well as the production of animal protein, chicken, pork, mutton, sardine, and livestock production, all of the animal protein for our people approved. We're heading towards a superior plan where we need to regulate the land that must be regulated immediately. The National Institute of Land has to be ready in regulating the land and advisory and the fields. Here you have it, and I put you in charge in a sacred way, because that's the word of the farmers, and we have approved it in a popular assembly. Today, December 10, in this swearing, is happy to feel part of a historic cause. I'm so happy to feel part of a history that started with Huaycaipuro, with Cayaurima, with Nigales, with Diara, with Maria Leonza. So happy to feel part of a cause of José Leonardo Chirino. I'm feeling the first in a battle. So happy to feel son, direct son of the glory of Simón Bolívar, of Antonio José de Sucre, of Rafael Urdaneta, of Juana Ramírez, of Ana Maria
de
Campos,
Josefa Joaquina Sánchez.
of Josefa Joaquina Sanchez.
Y hoy,
And today,
día de la victoria de Santa Inés,
the day of the victory of Santa
les
Inés,
digo,
I tell you,
ayer sentí una gran emoción
yesterday I felt excited
celebrando los 200 años de
celebrating
Ayacucho.
the 200 years of
Y
Ayacucho.
hoy la emoción también me desborda aquí
And
el pecho.
today the excitement is in my chest with our energy and a strength that cannot be described. Since the early morning, only thinking
En nuestro pueblo,
about people,
en cómo fue arrasado
how it
por
was
el colonialismo y por la
destroyed
oligarquía.
by
En
colonialism
nuestro
and
pueblo,
oligarchies.
cómo está
Our
amenazado,
people, how it
cómo
was
está amenazado nuestro
threatened,
pueblo
our people threatened by fascism and oligarchies.
Cómo está amenazado nuestro pueblo
How
y
our
nuestra
people
patria.
and our homeland are
Y sentí
threatened.
la emoción
And I felt
de tener
the
en mi
excitement
mano
of having
la
in my
responsabilidad
hands the
de
responsibility
conmemorar el
of
conmemorar los 200
commemorating
años de
the
Ayacucho
200 years of
y
Ayacucho
los 165
and the
años
165
de
years
victoria
of the
de Santa
victory
Inés.
of Santa Inés.
Somos hijos de la
We
victoria
are
de
sons
Ayacucho.
of the victory of
Somos
Ayacucho.
vencedores de Santa
We are
Inés.
the winners of Santa
Y
Inés,
nuestra patria.
and our
Lo que le
homeland,
espera
what it hopes
bendiciones,
is
nuevas
blessings,
victorias y
new
grandes
victories,
avances.
and great advances.
Que viva el ejemplo inmortal
Long live
del
for the
general
immortal
del pueblo
example
soberano
of the
Ezequiel
general of the
Zamora.
sovereign people, Ezequiel Zamora.
Que viva la victoria
Long
de
live for the
Florentino en
victory
Santa
of
Inés.
Florentino in Santa Inés.
Que viva la
Long live for the homeland,
y que viva el
and
pueblo
long live for the
Venezuela.
Venezuelan people.
Hasta la victoria
Honored
siempre.
ever to victory.
Venceremos.
We will
Siempre
triumph
venceremos.
always.